Hi, fans of high quality entertainment. That's right. Uh, First of all, I would just once again like to thank everybody for the very kind words and support. And in the past 3 or 4 days, I've had over 600 new subscribers to this channel. So thank you very much. As some of you know, I have a Patreon channel. And I do song requests and album requests. And yesterday I listened to a full Oasis album for the very first time. And through the years, especially on my Canadian Studmuffin channel, uh, quite often a viewer would say, Larry, what do you think of Oasis? And I would say, I'm not a fan because I wasn't. In the 90s, I don't know. I was never a fan of Brit pop at the time, Blur, Oasis, and other bands. Uh, it just wasn't my thing. And maybe there was a bit of, I don't know, like with Oasis, I think it was because I didn't really care for the personalities of the Gallagher brothers. They didn't seem like the nicest people, but that's all in the past. I'm sure they've matured a bit. And on Patreon, I've listened to some of the solo stuff from both of the brothers, and I really did enjoy it. I gave them all good reviews. And so, like I said, yesterday I listened to a full album by Oasis, and what I thought it would do, of course, I can't play the music here. So you'll just be hearing the comments I made for each of the songs, edited. And if you do join my Patreon, it's as little as $2 per month, and there's hundreds of videos on Patreon, including I think over 50 album reactions, Beach Boys and all kinds of bands. Uh, but that's not the reason I'm doing this video. But I might as well promote my Patreon at the same time. I just wanted to finally let anyone that's a fan of Oasis that's been asking me, Larry, do you like Oasis? Here is my review of the album, each of the songs, a little mini review of each of the songs. And then at the end, I give it a rating, uh, usually from A plus to whatever, like a C. I've never given like D's or anything or E's. And if I really love the album, at the end, I will clap, and that means it's an A plus for songs too. So here we go. Enjoy. And just remember, uh, you can't hear the music because of copyright, and I don't want to lose the monetization on this channel too. Thank you. All right. This is for Jesse Holtzy, his second album request for the month. I don't, yeah, I'm pretty sure I haven't listened to a full Oasis album. If I have, I've forgotten about it. No, I don't think I have. But anyway, he wants me to listen to What's the Story? Morning Glory? Question mark. And I've decided to listen to the deluxe remaster, but I'm not listening to 2 hours and 49 minutes. So it's just disc one, which is the original album. I do know Champagne Supernova uh, and Wonderwall, but I think that's about it. I've never been, when they were huge in the 90s, I was just, it was mainly, I guess, the two brothers, mainly Liam, just kind of turned me off their music. But I've heard stuff from both of their solo albums and enjoyed it. And I've heard some Oasis songs on Patreon, and I like those. So we'll see. Here we go. And if I don't like it, just remember it's just my own opinion. That doesn't mean it's a bad album. Here we go. I'm scared. And so, as always, do a little mini review after each song and then a rating at the end. First song is Hello. What a great opening song. Yeah. I do like his vocals. He's got this snobby snobby attitude in his voice for some strange reason. And I love the it's like almost like a wall of sound with the music. So yeah, we're off to a pretty good start. Next up is Roll With. I might have heard Roll With Them. That was really good too. And maybe I have heard that before because the chorus sounds a little familiar. Now Wonderwall. I know. There we go. Yeah, I've heard that song quite a bit. Through the years. Never heard it on headphones though, so it was kind of impressive to hear on headphones. And it's a great song. And I like the flow of the album. You know, do kind of heavy songs and then Wonderwall. Pretty good so far. Don't Look Back in Anger. I might know this one too. Yeah, I love that song. I always have. Um, I think for me, of the songs I've heard, it's definitely one of my favorites. It's my favorite so far on this album. Okay. Next up is Hey Now. Yeah. That's my least favorite of the songs so far, but I still liked them. And one thing I've noticed is there's really no, unless I missed it, there's no guitar solo. And interesting. So the next song is only 44 seconds long, so I'll play that. And the next one, Some Might Say. So yeah, the Swamp Song, it was just, kind of like a little interlude, but it had a guitar solo. And I see there's part 2 coming up. Some might say, I love that one, especially the last minute or so. That's one of my favorites on the album for sure. All right, Cast No Shadow. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, excellent song. Really impressive drumming and the background vocals and Liam's vocals, I must say. All right. Next song. Yeah, I've heard that song before. The chorus, I remember. Yeah, a little different. I love the way the album flows. They've programmed the songs really, really well. Okay, Morning Glory. Yeah, so I've heard that song too. I guess I've heard almost half of the album before. Yeah, that it's not my favorite song on the album, but it was very good. Really loud, like those guitars. You know? I bet they were loud in concert. So I'll do the last two songs together, the Swamp Song, Excerpt 2, and Champagne Supernova, which I have heard, but never on headphones. Here we go. Well, I finally did it. I listened to a full Oasis album. That's right. I just gave it an A plus. How could I not? I mean, even those little segues, it just the whole album just flowed really nicely. Like I said before, and I love that last song. I always have loved. Some of the songs I did love, but I just didn't want to admit it. uh, but yeah, it's an excellent album. And through the years on my YouTube channel, people would always say, "Larry, what do you think of Oasis?" I say, "I don't like them," but obviously they were a great band. I wouldn't run out and buy the album, but to finally listen to one of their albums, I respect them, and I did love the album. It was excellent. So A plus for Oasis. What's the story? Morning glory. Thank you. Don't tell anybody.